cartridges. I got chapstick. Do I not have a master link? No master link. How are you? No master link in there. Oh my gosh. So, we've got some goo. What's up, man?
Hey, are you hey, Alan?
Oh, what are we stopping for? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, man. Can we get a picture?
For sure.
Rope chain. Yeah. That's fun.
I mean, wow, this is bad. This is a whole new level of diva right here.
You're gonna need the elbow pad. Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning into another Wolf Tick Videos episode. On today's episode, we have got the Mongoose Ledge, the official Wolf Tick Diva Edition bike. We have got the DNM AOY-36RC rear shock. It's got a positive and a negative air chamber on this thing. It has been over
That was a nightmare in the beginning.
It was a nightmare in the beginning because the adjustments on this thing, getting it dialed in, we think we finally got dialed in after a little over 3 years. And the good news,
it's been almost 4.
There's a couple of good news on this episode, guys. Number one is this thing is still available. Why is it still available? Apparently it's either a good seller or it's really good over a long period of time. But on today's episode, the real-time review, we're gonna take this thing on Ragnarok and we're gonna see just how good it is after 3 years of use. You guys
Almost
got
4.
to see, almost 4. You guys got to see this bike kind of come back in style. It's one of my favorite bikes. It's a full suspension, of course. We just got done putting the EDS EX group set on here, the electronic from Wheeltop. We've got a Marzocchi 130 millimeter travel fork.
Not to be confused with Marzocchi or Marzocchi. Or...
Yeah, we've got the 130 millimeter travel fork on here. I think it was 100 back in the day. And we've got the DNM shock. We've done the fork. We've done the group set. We've done this bike over and over again, tires, but we have yet to give you guys a little bit of an update on the rear shock. So I think it's time, Wolf Tick Nation. What do you say? Yeah. So if you agree, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Let's go hit a trail we haven't been on in a minute, Ragnarok, over here at Northwoods and Hot Springs. And we're going to see if this thing is still just as salty as the day that we broke it out and installed it.
And how long ago was that?
That was over 3 years ago, almost 4 years. It's a over 3-year-old shock.
I can't remember. It was, I think it was, we settled on like 100 on the positive and 50 on the negative, if I remember right.
I want to say it was something to do with the 40s. We took a long time to actually get this thing dialed in.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Last time we rode on it, I didn't even check the air pressure because it still had a legit amount. Okay, so right now the rear has got 30, or the negative, sorry.
Okay.
And the positive, maybe 90? I don't know, let's see what we got in the positive end. Whatever it is at, it feels good right now. The positive is directly at 90. So we got 90 in the positive and 30 in the negative. We're gonna see how she does. I mean, I like the way it feels right now. We did the lizard trail and all that. Of course, we had this guy locked out for a good portion of it, but it felt just great on that. We do have 25 clicks of rebound on this. Now, I think some people may argue, hey, or not argue, but kind of question, if you have rebound, why do you need a positive and negative? And we're going to put it to the test right now. You know, you want to have that floating effect, right?
Well, that's what their marketing is.
That's what the marketing is. That's the whole idea behind positive negative is you don't want to necessarily have, like Wolfman always brings up, that ceiling, that wall. You know, you want to kind of have a little bit more. And that's what this is. Instead of bottoming it out constantly, you're going to have that negative air that's pushing up against the positive to create that effect. Even if you're in the shock a little bit, that rear end kind of floats and you're not like bottoming it out constantly. That's the idea behind it.
I think the negative would be pulling it down, the positive would be pushing it up. I don't know, it depends how you look at it.
Well, we can always flip it upside down. This thing was mounted upside down for a long time, got a lot of hate for it. So I'm gonna show you guys the shot all the way over there. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to show you guys the downhill portion because this trail is a lot of fun. Not a lot of features, but it's Big Brother Kevin H. It's one of his favorite trails in Arkansas because of the technical and just the flow. It's a great trail.
Just stay off Blue Jay.
Yeah, Blue Jay I'm not riding. Anyway, guys, let me mount some cameras on this bike. We'll get to it.
Mount it.
Okay, here we go. This is Bearcat Pass, and this is a little sneaky way that I found. A little sneaky way that I found to get to Ragnarok and Valkyrie and climb up instead of going to Waterworks. Anybody that likes the Waterworks trail system, or the Waterworks trail, something's wrong with you. Even back in the day when I didn't know about this little Bearcat Pass slip screamy deal, I would go up to Waterworks as much as I had to before I could just hit the fire trail. The fire trail, I think it's called. So basically, I'd cut out a whole bunch, but it'd be a heck of a hike. So I'm happy that they put this little portion in, or that we found it. This is definitely one of my favorite trails in Arkansas. I'd say Hayes Creek Run is probably #1 just because it's so challenging. Black Diamond, always really good shape. Trail 2 is probably Cat's Meow. And this one here is probably a good 3rd place, right along Blue Jay, Ragnarok, you know. We'll go up there and we'll take a look and see if there's any distance on it. I'm not sure if it's a distance. I know it's a blue. It's definitely a more difficult blue. I have crashed on this trail a lot. Back in the day with the GT Aggressor Pro, this trail gives you the optical illusion that you're kind of riding at an angle. As weird as that sounds, it's very weird. And if you don't know the trail, you can definitely get a little slideways, and that's definitely what happened while on the GT Aggressor Pro back in the day. But hopefully not today. We're gonna keep it clean, keep it good. I just pointed the guy in this direction. As a matter of fact, we might run into him. Hey, if anybody knows in the comments, let me know what a group full of goose is called, or geese. It's called something. A group full of geese is called something. What is it? Leave it in the comments if you know. Go down my little creek bed here. Oh man, quite a decline. Guy is flowing today, son. That's pretty deep. We're gonna use this bike to balance on. Okay. All right, we got past that. Now, guys, before we get to do the AOY-36RC, we gotta do some climbing up here. Climb all the way up to the top, and then we'll be talking about it. 90 in the top, 30 in the bottom. It's gonna be a heck of a climb. We'll talk about the lockout, and then we'll go ahead and leave you guys alone till we get to the top. You know, that's one thing we don't have on this bike is a dropper. That's crazy. No dropper on this thing. All right, we're gonna set the Marzocchi in the lockout position and go and do the lockout for the rear shock. That's one really cool thing. It was a little chattery right now, a little loud, but one thing I do like a lot about this EDS system, it's electronic, so you can just hold the button down to go up or down. Lockout works really good. There's a tiny bit of give, but mixed with that lockout and the fork, man, it's completely turned into a rigid bike all day. But all right, guys, let's get to the top of Ragnarok. We're gonna do a dream catcher, and then we'll talk about it. All right, guys, well, climb has been a hell of a climb. Yeah, I'm sweating. Oh my gosh, it's been tough. I do want to say something. I don't know if you guys can see that shock right now, if it's got a good view for you. It has given in more. So, lockout in the beginning was maybe 5. I don't even think quite 10 millimeters of give or movement. And right now, it sure does feel like it's moving a lot more after it kind of got warmed up and broke in. It's still locking out tremendously. I mean, it's doing a good job of that. But I have noticed in the rear end, a lot more cushion. And I noticed the terrain has gotten a lot harder. And the angle, which I'm climbing, has gotten a lot harder as well. So, has it broken loose a little bit? I don't know if it's ever been on lockout this much during a climb. I'm curious. But anyway, just want to let you guys know that. We're right about to get to the hub now. And this is Hub H. I haven't been here since I was riding with Big Brother Kevin H. and we crashed. I crashed on Blue Jay. Definitely gonna bring back some memories, but we've just gotten here. See if they changed anything up. I know they just had the MTB Enduro Series through here, and these trails are in really good shape. I know that one was. Climbing up Valkyrie. But here we are, Hub H. We've got old Blue Jay, last trail, Lucky 13. And then over here, we have got Dreamcatcher, and that's gonna flow us right to Ragnarok. What's up, man? Good. So here we are, bam. We'll ride down Ragnarok, give a little real-time review, get a little breaky break in. Then we're gonna go right back to the Bearcat. All right, guys. We're about to hit this trail, okay? Dreamcatcher. Now, this is the exact bike. This is the exact bike that I was on when I was, when Lawson, I think it was Lawson, was like, man, no offense, but I don't think you can hang with me. My fork is more expensive than that entire bike. The Ledge X1, he was on like a X caliper or something, but this, it happened right over here. All right, you remember that Lawson old bike chick? That bike dude, Justin, you guys remember that? Let's do a little flashback, and then we'll meet you guys back on the Dreamcatcher.
Wait, so you want to ride behind me?
I'm gonna ride behind you, and I'll give you some room.
I don't think you're, no, I don't mean this in a mean way. I don't think you can keep up.
Okay.
Just go easy.
All right, Lawson doesn't think I can keep up. We'll go from there.
No, like, I don't want that to be a challenge.
Oh, no. I understand. No. You ride however you ride. Okay? No, you'll probably smoke me. I'm not gonna try to change up my style at all. I'm just gonna flow. All right, let's do this. Got Lawson in front. Lawson, you're gonna smoke me, man.
That's how I know.
What happened, Lawson? Hey, stop right there, Lawson. You said you're gonna smoke me, son.
Oh, dude.
That was fun. Hang on, let me get a little shot of me and you.
Dude, were you right behind me?
Hell yeah, I was right behind you, Lawson. Yeah, that was a good day. Anyway, let's clean this camera off. Okay, we're gonna open that up. Fork is opened up. Yeah, got my suspension back. Man, that's rough climbing with this bike. Any bike up that trail, it's just a rough trail, man. But that lockout on the shock did a really good job on the DNM. Something that's been great is this group set. I actually had to adjust it a little bit. Okay, we're gonna shift. I think we're on an 8-speed. We're gonna shift and we're gonna see how this thing's acting. That chain is a little slappy right now, but let me tell you something. This bike is so me. It fits me really well. And look at the way that rear shock moves. It is absolutely just flowing over all of this. It's gliding, really. That's a good word for it. It's gliding over every bit of this little rough patches of trail. We've got some roots and some baby heads. We're fixing to hit Ragnarok now. It's kind of getting my breath back. I don't like to take too big of a break in between climbing because I feel that you get a little cold, you know. We just want to make sure we're in our legs, if you will. All right, so here we go. Ragnarok, here we come. We're shifted. We've got the DNM AOY-36RC rear shock. Okay. Little tail whippy action here, little tabletop. Oh my gosh, the landing is just superb with this shock. It is so nice. Ooh. There's a weird little cutout there. A lot of people hit because the angle of this trail. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, the preload is great. That negative air chamber mixed with the rebound, don't get me wrong. That negative air chamber, ooh, does so good in the middle ground area. And the rebound is set probably 5 clicks, probably 20 clicks off the slow. So we're just about maxed out, but that negative, man, does such wonders. She's really moving now. I can feel it. We're gonna stop right here before we get to the technical portion. She is just moving in that rear end beautifully. We've used a lot of that travel, maybe all of that travel up. You guys see that there? That compression ring is all the way down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off of the slow side, 3 more clicks. The adjustability on this thing is amazing. It really moves, buddy. Like, every little bit of adjustment that you do is crazy. Just watch this. Slow. Okay, all the way slow and put weight down on it. You see it? Now look. Look at that, how fast it pops back up. And you guys can see that slow. I slam down on it. It's still down. And I speed it up. And it shoots up. It's pretty impressive in that regard. Okay, we're back up to about 8. Okay, we're opened up. Let's continue this trail. It's doing such a, ooh, pedal strike. It's doing such a good job in the rear end. Again, it's just completely flowing over all this. And this is some rough trail. Very technical stuff here. Big hits. Oh, mixed with that fork is just beautiful. I know you guys are probably hating on me because I'm not showing you guys the camera of the fork, but let me tell you, that Marzocchi is awesome. Okay, here we go. These switchbacks is where I crashed on the GT. I'll never forget that. Whoa, a little front heavy there. Back heavy. Not doing a good job of getting my landings down. Ever since I sped that up, it's a little bit more bouncy. Again, that adjustability is very impressive. A little bouncy in the rear end on the rebound, so that negative doesn't really feel like it's kicking in now. I wonder if that's kind of a negative with the positive and negative air chambers when it comes to shocks. It almost feels like that rebound's not doing anything until I almost make it non-existent. Oh yeah, be able to get down to my legs with this thing. Oh, it's a fast bike. Yeah. Okay. Good air there. Whipping it around. Oh yeah, these Tektro brakes are great. Just about 2-finger, and they're only 2-piston. MT275s, you can catch them in the affiliate links in the description below. Wow, I don't think this shock has lost anything. Oh, if anything, it's gained and opened up some and gotten smoother. Like I said, that downside we'll talk about when we get back to the truck. One of the negatives I am feeling. Yes. Tabletop here. It's completely obliterated the tabletop. Flat landed it. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Spongy. Spongy, spongy. Holy crap. That was a fun ride. Golly, you gotta love Ragnarok. Oh my gosh, my heart is pounding right now. I'm at 148 beats per minute. Holy crap. Such a thrill to ride this shock. This bike. The Marzocchi up front. 130 millimeters of travel. Completely just beautiful mixed in with this thing. We've got the DNM AOY-36RC that I think in all reality, I think it's really loosened up over these. I mean, we ride the crap out of this bike. It's really loosened up and just kind of come to and just woken up. 90 pressure on the top, 30 in the bottom. I do hear you're supposed to set them at the same, but I don't know. That was very impressive. I am in love with this shock. It's very interesting because we just did the real-time review. We might have to do a versus which one we like better with the AOY-38RC, the one that we have on the Axum full suspension. It would be a heck of a fight, I'm telling you right now. Anyway, let's get back to your truck. Let's talk to Wolfman's do a conclusion, positive and negatives with this shock. All right, Wolf Tech Nation, just got done with the AOY-38RC, 36, sorry, RC
36.
On the ledge, and no more chain slap issues. I guess this is a KMC chain. I guess we had to piece it together. I don't know if it was for the electronic groups or when we did that, but Masterlink broke out there.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. You had to rig it up because when we put that on there, you had to rig up the chain.
Okay, that explains it. So we had to rig up a chain. Luckily, it happened after the entire review and I had to do back on the cross section of the creek. I'm so thankful that I got the review out of the way and I got to actually go down the mountain in style with the new DNM shock. Now, that being said.
Almost 4 years.
This shock is just about 4 years old. It's still out there. You guys check out the links in the description below. It's below $125. Positive, negative air chamber. This thing has so many positives to it. It's really gotten to just breaking over time. It's gotten better. Something I will say, I think the only negative is with it being a positive and negative air chamber, when I'm riding on it, it seems like, and you guys got to see it out there, when I have the rebound adjusted 5 clicks off the slow, it's 20 clicks a rebound, but once I have it off of the rebound, about 5 clicks where it's extremely slow, you can really feel that floating effect with the negative air chamber. But as soon as you come off of that, where you actually have a little bit more bounce back on the rebound, the negative air chamber effect kind of goes away a little bit, because I think it's actually fighting against itself. So it doesn't get so much floaty around the trail as it does poppy. So you can really adjust that or you can really adjust almost that preload and going into a jump, get a little bit more air if you want to, but then it kind of takes away the effect of that floating and just gliding over stuff as we experience that through the first portion of the trail. So that's something interesting that I found out riding this right now. This bike as a whole, I know it wasn't a whole review, but mixed with that fork, the group set, the shock, this bike is just so awesome. I can't wait to, it's funny, it's almost like a new bike, you know? I'm just so looking forward to, we have changed this crankset out and maybe just some smaller crank arms. I know we got some cranksets. It's just, I'm pedal striking all over the place. And that rear end, I don't know if anything's wore out, but I'm starting to hit that chainstay. Maybe we should add another spacer on there and kind of mess with it a little bit. I know some people were talking about the rear end, you know, kind of getting a little dangly.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of slop in it now.
Yeah, I guess it's got some slop.
Somebody said it was clapped out.
It was clapped out, but you can kind of see a little bit of movement, you know.
You want me to focus on that?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I'll
They've
get some
seen
B-roll.
But anyway, guys, just such a fun ride out there. If you guys are looking for a shock, I'm telling you, check this out. If you're a tuner, if you're a guy that wants to go out riding with some buddies and you maybe some blue trails, some green trails, and you really want to get that.
Really mess with stuff to try to dial it in.
If you really want to dial it in, yeah, if you really want to tinker with things, this right here I think is the shock to do it with. It's kind of like that slide fork that we did that had just all the different adjustments. This thing right here, the adjustability is amazing. The lockout's great. Having dual air chambers is really nice, but you really have to fine tune this thing and take your time. If you're willing to do that and you want a good shock, I mean, this thing has lasted over some abuse. You know, we've abused this thing. Black diamond trails, climbing trails.
Yeah, you put more miles in that bike than any bike except for the original GT.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just a heck of a bike. If you guys want to check out this bike, some of the parts on this thing, the group set, not that chain, you can check out the link in the description below. But I don't know, just such a good bike, man. All right, Wolf Dick Nation, appreciate you guys watching a update. It's been a minute. And it was funny, we ran into some fans earlier and the guy says, man, I love your updates because it's nice to see how products do after such a long time. And I said, that's exactly right. He goes, is that what you're doing the update on? He's like, I will be watching. So hopefully you're watching, man. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
All right. Yeah.